So I'm here again with Crystal. How's it going, Crystal?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, today's okay.
All right. So we spoke yesterday with you and your husband, Anthony.
Yeah.
And, I thought I would get an interview with you by yourself, as I got one with Anthony yesterday.
Right.
You were saying yesterday you're how old?
I'm 30. I'm actually about to be 31. No, I'm sorry. I just turned 30. Man. Sorry, I can't accept it.
It's okay. And you said you have how many kids?
I have 4, 1 boy and 3 girls. I got pregnant pretty young, actually, like at 16. I had my first one at 17, which was my boy. They're all from one person, which was my baby's dad, who recently passed away. I kind of mentioned that last time.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and he passed away of a lung failure, and I guess he had gotten stabbed, and because of that, he was going through things. I hadn't really talked to him, like, man, like, how long? Like 4 or over 5 years.
5 years.
From our past, honestly, that was an abusive relationship, and from that relationship was the start of my addiction.
Okay. So that was a start to your journey to your addiction, was your past relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we when we broke up, there was like no closure, it's a lot of like hate and anger and everything, ever since I was younger, I wanted to have just a family, because my family was broken. My mom and my dad growing up, like, they were on drugs, and honestly, I hated drugs growing up. I've been in a system, CPS, foster homes, and my mom, she never got us back, honestly. So I have a twin, by the way. My mom had 1 boy, and 6 girls. So
wow.
Yeah, and I have a twin though, like I said, and we kind of ran away back to her because she didn't get us back. Her drug of choice was meth, and my dad's as well. And she passed away. Well, not recently, but it's been about 5-6 years. In 2016, she passed away at 52.
Okay.
And it was of a stroke. She had a major hemorrhage stroke, and that one kind of came as a shock to me. I didn't know how to accept that, really, which was another thing that kind of added to my addiction. At the time, when I started my addiction, was because that abusive relationship that I was in.
Okay.
He tried to kill me, and because of that, the results of that led to me getting my kids taken away.
Okay.
But I didn't know what love was, honestly, growing up. So, like, I didn't know. I honestly, I always would tell myself growing up that I would never be in that kind of relationship, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess.
Does the state have your kids or
No,
family members?
Honestly, they're with his family, believe it or not.
Okay.
But because I didn't have any really like help or support from my family, so they told my worker had told me that, okay, well, if you don't have any family or anything like that, then you're gonna have to have them go with his family, if that, like, that's the only option left if your family can't get them. So they ended up going with his sister. To be honest, I was really close to getting my kids back. In my whole life, I've been to like 3 rehabs.
Okay, so you have tried to get treatment before. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, recently, I like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, babe? Yeah. He got busted. He went to jail, and I was kind of left out here by myself, and I had no other option, honestly, but to try to go run and get some help from like the government assistance, and so I got myself on a waiting list the very same day that he went to jail, and because I knew, honestly, from other times before going into rehab that it was going to be a wait, but surprisingly they called me back within 3 days, and I got into a rehab called IBRS, which is in Upland.
Okay.
And from that one, I did the detox and everything, and I stayed there for about 90 days, and I lasted almost a year. It was going on 9 months when we left. He got out, and then he ended up going to a Christian program called Victory Outreach.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and he was about 7 months clean, but anyways, that didn't really last long, because the way we left, like, I'll be honest, like, we both kind of like relapsed before we even, left the program, and then honestly, I kind of OD'd the next day. Was it the next day or the same day? Same day? Yeah, I kind of OD'd the same day, because I think he was talking about it too last time. Like, now they're cutting the drugs down with fentanyl, and not just heroin. They're cutting meth with fentanyl too.
So everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I even asked what do you do? What substances do you do?
I do heroin. I started off with meth, honestly.
Okay.
And that's a long story. I'm not even gonna go into that, how I got started on that, but when it was because that relationship that I was in, and I lost my kids, and as a mother, like, when you lose your kids, like, man, like, that's your whole reason for living, and I just kind of, I didn't know what to do, without them. Like, I didn't know where to start, or like they're my everything. And
of course,
yeah, so when CPS came and took them away, like, I didn't have no help for my family or anything, but yeah, I was close to getting my kids back at one point in time, and right around that time, when I was about to get them back, my sister-in-law, okay, pretty much this is what happened. They needed me to watch my kids one day, but I was kind of sick, and because I couldn't do that, they kind of got mad and said some stuff in court, and they told the worker some things, and the worker, for some reason, was, like, against me, and they tried to get my rights terminated, but the judge, seeing everything that I had done, like, I was this close to getting unsupervised visits with them. Oh no, I'm sorry, overnight weekends. I just got granted unsupervised visits, and I was gonna get my overnight weekends with them, but when that happened and they got mad at me or whatever, they the worker and my sister-in-law, and they told the judge that, I guess, that I was keeping in contact with my baby's dad, which I wasn't supposed to, because, that relationship, they put a 10-year restraining order, because he tried to kill me, and that's how I even got the case. But
okay, but your kids are good though.
Yeah, they're good.
They're taken care of and all of that.
Yeah, they're taken care of and everything. Honestly, if it was my choice, if I could have my kids go with my sister or his sister, I'd rather choose his sister, because, like, I don't see my kids getting the kind of care with my family that they would with his. Yeah, because, like I said, my family, like, growing up, obviously, like, we didn't have it too good.
Yeah. And to the viewers and the people watching this channel, what's the dangers out here? Let them know what's the dangers out here of being in the streets and homeless.
It's scary, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary. Like it's so like cutthroat out here. Like people are not humble anymore. It's sad, but like it's the truth. Like people aren't humble anymore, and the ones that you think are being like I can't even see who that is, but the ones that you think that are not gonna like do you dirty or do scandalous things, they will, and they'll do it like in a quickness.
Yeah.
And trust and loyalty and all that is so hard to come by these days, and especially when dealing with a person that's doing drugs, because drugs, people start off doing it for fun, but man, it gets the best of you. Like it brings out the worst in you. It takes the best from you and it brings out the worst in you. And for me, like, I lost everything, and that's why I hated drugs, because I got my mom and my dad, like, it ripped our family apart, and I don't know, just my life is not what I had pictured it to be. But I am Christian, thank God for that. So with that said, I have faith in myself. I know what I'm capable of, but heroin is one drug that I wouldn't wish on anybody. Like, that's an addiction I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Yeah. And just remember, Crystal, this is just temporary. And how you say you're a Christian and you believe in God and all that. I mean, just keep the faith. Mm-hmm. And leave it up to Him. And when you're ready to pull yourself out of what you're going through right now, you'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it. Just, like I said, just believe and trust. And,
right.
This is just a temporary situation. You
yeah.
just got to keep yourself safe and you got to keep yourself good.
Right.
When you're ready to do it, you'll do it. It's not like I can tell you,
yeah,
oh, you need to get clean right now or your family. It's when you want to do it.
Exactly.
And then you'll do it.
Yeah, because when, yeah, exactly. That's so true. And when you do, like for me, they give you tools and they give you, things to take with you, like whatever it is that they teach you. Like I recommend people going to rehab, honestly. Sometimes people go to rehab and they think that they don't need it, or I don't need that to get clean, or they'll say things like I could get clean on my own, or they think that one time that they went to rehab is all they needed, but here they are getting high or drinking again, or it starts off occasional or whatever, but it never lasts that way, and for the ones that do only have to go one time, my hat's off to you, but honestly, I think rehab is something that people need, because they give you some knowledge on your addiction, things that you don't know, and they open up your eyes to things that like obviously you're not seeing about your addiction, or that you don't understand. People don't have a real understanding like about what addiction is, about this kind of disease. It's a vicious one, and like I believe, like me, I think I have PTSD. I'm pretty sure I have like a lot of things wrong with me now, but I know when I need to get help though too, but like as far as right now, like the things I'm going through, my baby's dad dying, he honestly like he was another one. He wanted to go get help. We barely started talking again. We were talking about going and getting help together, and just as friends. Like it wasn't even like to get back together.
Yeah,
or anything,
something for the kids or something for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, when you're ready, you'll do it. Just keep the faith and just You'll be all right. Any advice to the to the youth or to the kids out here wanting to come and
Yes. Honestly, what I would say is, if you have any kind of doubt in your heart, like that you need, to get help from a resource or a program or from somebody, like, if you have like a grudge in your heart, or if it's pride or something that's holding you back from getting help, like, right now is not the time. I would say to to play around with that, like, get help from whoever you can whenever you can, because the pride honestly is another thing that kills us. There's a lot of people doing suicide right now, and a lot of it is with drugs.
yes.
So,
Okay. And if you had if you can change one thing out here, what would it be?
if I could change one thing out here, honestly, one thing that I would have loved to have been, which when I've gotten told this a lot, is for like, I wanted to be a drug and alcohol counselor.
Okay.
One thing that I suggest for I don't know, I guess more funding for the homeless, because a lot of them are really helpless.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, that's what I'm trying to do. They don't even know how to
go about getting help or anything.
Yeah, with this channel, to spread that awareness so more people can come out here and help and, offer jobs and, pass things out.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, like, mental illness too right now.
Exactly.
Which goes with the drugs and goes with the homeless, and all of that stuff, I think, it all connects, because it's, that underlying illness, why people even do drugs in the first place,
Yes.
And it has to do with mental illness, I believe.
Okay.
So.
All right, that's good. And like I said, and like I was telling Anthony, I'll come by and check on you guys, often, and see how you guys are doing. And soon, we'll do an update on you guys, so the viewers can see, what's going on and all of that. Are you good with me using this on the YouTube channel?
Yes, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with anything, like wanting to help you guys, like, for the holidays and stuff. I would love to do that too,
Okay.
Anything you guys need help with, we can do that.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving food drive right here.
And, we would love to give back too.
Exactly.
Everything you guys help us with, honestly, we're not greedy. We don't keep it for ourselves. We'll go and we'll
pass
give
it along.
Yeah, we'll share with whoever needs something here, and yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and end the interview here, and God bless you, and like I said, I'll come around and check on you guys, and just keep the faith, and things will get better.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.